I want to share a happy story time. Well, at least happy as far as I can see. Okay, here we go. Story time. My younger sister finally got child support money after 19 years. Her husband left her when her son was 10 months old. Mind you, she was going to have the pregnancy terminated. She was 18, he was 32, but he convinced her to marry him and have the baby. So she did, despite my warnings. Her friends also tried to dissuade her. This was in 2001. Sure enough, he up and abandoned her as soon as he was over being a father. How dare she make him actually change diapers, do nighttime feedings, and spend time with the kid he insisted be born. I had to practically drag her down to child support to start a case. She didn't want to. She didn't want to do it since she was still in love with him and under the delusion that he was going to come back after 2 years had already passed with not a word for him. Luckily, she had all his personal info since they had been legally married. She filed the case and raised my nephew with the help from me and other extended family. In July 2021, 20 years later, in July 2021, my sister got a letter from Florida CSE saying they had a payment for her and wanted to confirm her mailing address and some other info. When she got the check, she wasn't expecting much, but it was for $58,000 and change. Apparently, the deadbeat had finally won his case with Social Security and got a lump sum payment, which they snatched the child support from. I think he was left with like $9,000 after that. He actually contacted my sister via Facebook and started clowning big time about his money. You see, he wasn't aware that my sister had put him on child support because he just took off. I guess he thought he was home free. Y'all should have seen how angry he was. It was so satisfying. He threatened her, my nephew, my whole family. I wish I still had the screenshots of his messages. They were vile and dripping with hate for his ex-wife and the son he abandoned. Even with the $58,000 payment, he is still more than $23,000 in arrears, so his future SSD checks will be garnished until he has paid the balance. So ladies, even if your children's sperm donors have abandoned you, please start a child support case. Give them as much information as you can. You never know when you will start getting paid. You deserve that money for having to raise these kids on your own. It's not fair. I want to go back and, number one, love this story. This story made my heart go pitter-patter. But one thing I do want to address. I want to address that she was 18, he was 32. This is the reason why I do not like these big age gaps when a girl, an 18-year-old, still pretty much a girl, is fresh out of high school. Don't do it, ladies. Just don't. Young ladies, don't do it. Don't do it. Y'all